Aloha and thank you for joining me today. My name is Justin Huang and I'm a dietetics student here at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Today I want to show you how to make kai kung, or Vietnamese summer rolls, an incredibly versatile dish. But before we get started, let me just wash my hands, put on my coat. Kai kung, known in the West as summer rolls, is a Vietnamese dish that traditionally consists of pork, prawn, vegetables, rice vermicelli, and herbs, all wrapped inside Vietnamese rice paper. Kai kung listed at number 30 on World's 50 Most Delicious Foods, rated in 2011 by CNN Go. This dish has gained popularity among Vietnam's neighboring countries and in the West as an appetizer in Vietnamese restaurants. So now that my hands are clean, we can go ahead and get started. So why don't we go over the ingredients list now? You can use any type of vegetables or proteins that you want for this dish, but today we'll be using cilantro, cucumbers, bean sprouts, basil, carrots, and for our protein we'll be using pork. So I'm going to start with my meat. It's the longest ingredient to cook, and as long as that's boiling, I can show you how to prepare the vegetables. Here I have my pot already boiling, so all I have to do is add a pinch of salt first, and I'm going to go ahead and put my slice of meat inside. Alright, and let's get prepared with the vegetables. Alright, now that our meat is cooking, let's wash these vegetables here. And you don't have to be too hard, just a nice gentle rinse will be more than enough. And we're just going to put it in the colander to dry, so afterwards we can go ahead and plate it. There's our basil, here's our mint, and we don't want to forget our two big ones. We got our cucumber, and lastly, our carrot. Alright, now let's get the big vegetables chopped, and we'll go ahead and show you how to plate this. Alright, now that we have our vegetables washed and prepped, we can go ahead and get carrot and our cucumber sliced and ready to go in the roll. So let's start with the cucumber here. What I'm going to do is cut it in half first to make it a little easier to hold. Put it on its top and do a little slit. Now, the reason why I do this is so when I'm cutting the rest of it, it's not going to go ahead and roll off. So all you do is bare claws first for safety and do your nice thin slices. Now we want these thin because they're going to go into the roll real nice. And we don't want it to bulge out. Alright, here we go. Simple as that. And we have our cucumber slices. Now for the carrot, it's a little hard. So what I brought is my shredder here. What we're going to do, you're going to use a medium grate and just hold it lengthwise and just go down on it. You want to make nice long strokes so that when it comes out, these grates are nice and easy to use right into the roll. Now that our meat's been boiling for about 25 minutes, it's about ready to come out. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out here with my tongs and just get all that excess water off. I'm going to turn off my burner here and place it down. Now remember, when you're cooking meat, you want it to have internal temperature. For pork, it's going to be about 145 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and start slicing to nice thin pieces. Now the reason why I chose pork is because it's a relatively cheap cut and it's very succulent. There's a good amount of fat on there, but it's easy to be trimmed off. Now you see I'm making nice small, thin cuts. And you don't need a lot of meat when you're doing the rolls. Alright, now we have a nice consistency here. Now if it starts to glob up, what you're going to do is add water to it. For this here, I did about another tablespoon of water, and it came out like this. Now I'm just going to go ahead and get this plated. Okay. Now we have a great consistency here, and it smells amazing. Just like in the store. And if you really like hot sauce, you can go ahead and dump some of that in here. Alright, now that we have all our vegetables and meat and sauce prepared, we can go ahead and get started on making the roll itself. So first, I'm going to go ahead and take my rice paper and dip it in some water. Now with rice paper, it depends on what you get, but you don't need a lot of water. Just a nice quick submerge, and you can clean off the excess water And we're ready to roll. So you need to put it down on a nice flat surface. And I'm going to start off with some noodles. Now the noodles is going to determine where all the rest of your ingredients is going to go. So you want it to place it right about, I'd say, a third of the way down. Not quite in the center, not too close to the edge. And from there, let's start putting down. Got some basil, our mint, and spread it nice and evenly there. Some shredded carrots, got our bean sprouts, and finally, we got our pork coming in. Now put some pieces down. Now for the rolling, you're going to take it by the edge closest to you. You're going to use your other fingers to tighten the rest of the ingredients and roll over. Now, we get the sides coming in, and tightly, as tight as you can, just go ahead and roll the rest of the way out there. And now, you have a great summer roll. And put some sauce on there, and look at that. You're ready to go. All right, thank you for checking out my video.